Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you for our time together. Please don't forget, Wow God is a great worship concert tonight at COP, main campus, 7 o'clock. And please, tomorrow night, Saturday, Sunday, 3 o'clock, we have the great Never Claim For Real concert. We look forward to you being a part of this. Right now, I want us to come back to the book of Matthew chapter 18. Throughout the scriptures, we are taught as Christians to live separated lives. Now, people don't like to hear that today, but Paul was very clear. Come out, and he's the teacher of grace. Come out and be separate, saith the Lord. Touch not the unclean thing, and I will be a father to you. The Bible teaches us that we are to live separated lives. The Bible teaches us that we don't hang out with people who live in sin all the time, even Christians. Now, we have acquaintances that are unsaved, but he even tells us that if there's an immoral brother, that we should just completely leave them alone, that we don't even go around the immoral brother. So you look at all these things, that bad company corrupts good morals, drive the immoral brother out. I mean, when you look at all of this stuff, you begin to ask yourself, is God paranoid or something? No, but God understands that temptation comes through people. Now listen to what Jesus says. Matthew chapter 18, verse 7. How terrible it will be for anyone who causes others to sin. There are people that cause you to sin. Temptation to do wrong is inevitable. But how terrible it will be for the person who does the tempting. Let me read you that again. This is Jesus. How terrible it will be for someone who causes others to sin. Temptation to do wrong is inevitable, but how terrible it will be for the person who does the tempting. Brothers and sisters, we don't ever want to have a holier-than-thou attitude. We don't ever want to look down our nose and think that we're better than anybody else. But we do need to choose who we spend our time with in life. Now, there's a balance in there, and for all of our lives, we're struggling to try to find that balance. I don't know anybody who's got it all figured out. On the one hand, we're trying to reach out and preach the gospel with people and build relationships, but on the other hand, we need to recognize that there are people that bring temptation to our lives. There are people that cause us to sin. I sat down with a man one time and I said, I just don't get you. Why did you spend time with that younger woman when obviously she was wanting to sleep with you because she wanted a sugar daddy? Now, she caused him to sin. She was the source of temptation. Now, I could say the same thing to young women. Why is it that you hung out with that guy because you know he was going to be sweet-talking you and you know he was going to be trying to talk you into bed with him? Now, we need to recognize that there are people that will lead us into drinking, that will lead us into drugs, that will lead us into sexual immorality, that will make fun of us and mock us until we look at pornography with them. There are people around us who will do these things. Now, what Jesus would challenge us is to sit back and think, now wait a minute, if somebody is going to cause this in my life, if somebody's going to be a source of temptation in my life, then I need to have some distance, because I need to recognize they can hurt me spiritually. Now again, we're not better than anybody else. We don't look down at anybody else. We're not scared to be around people. But maybe, yes, we are just a little afraid to be around some people. There are some people that being around them does you more harm than you could ever do them good. Recognize there are people who cause sin, and there are people who are the source of temptation in your lives. Put some distance. Follow Jesus.